Dante is once again involved. And what's here primary is no longer the question of immortality of souls, but how the political aspect, the political implications of this kind of belief, the political implications of this sort of belief, not believing in the immortality of the soul, how is this refracted onto the political scene, as it were? And again, therefore, this is almost a Platonic conceit, the relationship now between no longer body and city, as we saw in Inferno VI, but here soul and city. Is this a soulless city? What happens? How do we experience? How livable, which is, obviously, I mean, it is also a pun, how livable is this kind of city? What happens? What are the relationship? What is the relationship between various figures? Because what Dante singles out are two people, one a Guelph and one a Ghibelline. We are in the middle of the civil war of Florence once again. It's going to be Farinata, a Ghibelline, and Cavalcanti, the father, the old man, who is a Guelph. By the way, they're also related to each other, because Cavalcanti's son, Dante's best friend, you remember he dedicates his Vita Nuova to him. He calls him my first friend. Guido Cavalcanti had married the daughter of Farinata. They stand there in their tombs, ignoring each other, and each ignoring the pangs, worries, perplexities of the other. It's a little picture of what we would call any city. This is the city in the beyond, where everybody's squabbling, nobody's paying attention to anybody else, and everybody believes that one's own passion, one's own concern is really paramount and foremost. There's nothing that can come near to it. So it's a canto that, interestingly enough, is marked by interruptions. One is speaking, the other one says, forget it, I gotta talk now, it's my turn. And so it is a little vignette of Florence in the year 1300, probably, or later, but 1300 is a good date for us. So he's interrupted, Virgil and Dante are interrupted by someone who says, O Tuscan, who makes thy way alive through the city of fire and speaks so modestly, may it please thee to stop at this point. Thy tongue shows the native and noble fatherland to which I was, perhaps, I like that, perhaps, too harsh. Suddenly this sound issued from one of the chests and so on. So they go on, turn around, what ails thee, says Virgil, see there Farinata, who has risen erect from the middle up, thou shalt see his full height. He appears from the navel up in the tomb. And now a little historical detail. There used to be, in Rome, the church is still there, but it was already there in the year 1300 when Dante went on an embassy to Rome, the church so-called of the Holy Cross in Jerusalem, which according to the legend was built with material, with stones from Jerusalem that had been brought to Rome by Constantine's mother, Helena. In the basement of that church, which would be opened only once a year around the Easter season, there would be a mosaic showing, and you can say only on Good Friday that basement would be open. And that mosaic, it's no longer there. It's no longer there. So I'm not encouraging tourism. It's just I'm giving you a little detail. There used to be a mosaic of the rising Christ shown from the navel up. And it's clear here that the representation of Farinata showing himself from the navel up is meant as a caricature of the belief in the resurrection. There are two. This is really the story of a man who doesn't believe in the resurrection. And iconographically, Dante will go on in focusing, insisting on this, on the counter. This man doesn't believe in the resurrection. There is another possibility of looking at it, so that there is the description is deliberate. It's clearly meant to evoke all of that. So there is a great exchange between them, who defeated whom, the continuous battles between Guelphs and Ghibellines, and Dante claims that his own family managed to take good revenge when the time came, and clearly the implication is that more revenge, since Dante has been, will be necessary. They're interrupted by the sight of by the old man Cavalcanti. So look at what the story of the canto is. Farinata worries about his ancestors. Cavalcanti worries about his son. So these are Epicureans who have a sense of continuity somehow, sense of dynastic continuity, or within the immanence of personal concerns and family. So they move beyond the fragmentations of self from the others. They seem to have a kind of extended idea of themselves in spite of their beliefs.